Hi everybody, I am back. I have this earring that I want to show you how to do. It's really fun, really cute, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's bold, it's got a lot going on, but you can adjust this to your taste. So you can see there's a square Swarovski cabochon here and a nice big rivoli. The square cabochon looks like this to start out. It's a 12mm square cushion cut. They sometimes, if you'll find them online, they're called cushion cut. And they are foiled, just like a rivoli is. This one in particular is called luminous green. And they usually come in sets of 2. Sometimes they don't, but in this case they did. And what else do you need? You need... where's my rivoli? That's an important thing to need. Rivoli. These are 18mm in sapphire. So they're nice and big. If you don't have any big ones on hand, or you don't want big ones, then you can do it smaller. It's all up to you. So there's the sapphire piece there like that. And I'll back off a bit here so we have some visibility. So there's my square cab, my round rivoli. We need, starting at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. To finish it, you will need a drop, a dagger. And I'm using this purple color, DS043. I got them from Scara Beads. And these are the small daggers. They're not the big guys. They're 10 by 3mm, so not big, the small kind. And we need, I see I put everything in this container here, like I was thinking ahead. Wow. Okay, so I don't need all these daggers, but at the top of the earring we have this green chrysolite. This is a 6mm bicone. Then working our way down, we need do I have those here? I should. Yeah. Around to do the bezel, we need a couple of colors of seed beads, and we need some of these bicones. They're little. They're 3mm, and they are clear with a silver coating on the one side, so they're really cool. And then we need those again to do the ring in here, and some blue 4mm Swarovski bicones. And then we need a 6, is it a 6? Yep, a 6mm light sapphire, and then a 4mm cyclamen colored bicone. So that's, and of course an ear hook. So those are the like little pieces that you need, apart from all the seed beads that you'll need. That's ultimately the layout of the earring. So there you have it. And you can adjust this to your liking. You don't have to make all the little bits and bobs if you don't want to. I just wanted to do a statement earring because I haven't in a long time, and sometimes you just get a hankering, you know what I mean? So I am going to get myself ready and then we shall begin. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm ready. I've strung on some blue, I think this is Ceylon, it's not Nymo. It feels different than Nymo. So what I'm going to start with is my big rivoli. So what we're going to do is, yes, we are going to pick up two. You'll need 16 3mm bicones, 3mm bicones to fit in this inner bezel here in the middle. So what we're going to do is pick that up and that and that. Yeah. I made these a while ago, so I'm trying to remember. Okay. So there's one unit right here. I have my crystal and two, I mean 6 delicas. I'm using this kind of sapphire color so that it blends nicely. So this is one side, the crystal. Then I have this side, which is 2 beads, and this side, which is another 2 beads, and this side, which is 2 beads. And then I'm going to pass down through this side like so. Okay, and then we're going to grab two, and then another 2. Then we have our bicone. And then we come back down through like this. It is right angle weave. Now we're coming up this way. So we want to have a bicone first. 2 beads, and then another 2. And then we go down and come out like this. Okay, so there's, go through the bicone and down through 2 of the delicas. Like that. Now we have 3 units. So we're just going to keep doing that until we get all the way around. Okay, one more time we'll do it in this direction so you see both ways. So when you're coming up this way, you know that you need to add a bicone first and not delicas. And then when you do add your other beads, you pick up 4 and then go through the same 2 beads that you're coming out of in that direction. Okay, And then you go down through your bicone and down through your delicas. Just like that, until you pick up all of your bicones. And then we will start fitting the bezel. So I'll be back for that. Okay, I have my last crystal to pick up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up 2 delicas and go through where my tail thread is. And go up like that, and then I'm going to grab my last bicone, go down like that. There. And I'm gonna just do that thread path one more time. There. Now we need to go out towards where the bicones are. And then we need to position ourselves to add, like in this one, there's some 11s here between each crystal, and that helps them sit straight and stay that way. So I'm gonna just arbitrarily turn in this direction. You could go the other way if you want to. Grab an 11 and just pass through your bicone. Like so. Doesn't get much easier than that, I don't think. We're back around. Alright. Go through a bicone and go back down through these 2 so that we're on the back. Now it's not going to be tight just yet, but it does fit around nicely. See? Now we're going to do, here's the back of my first one. I did some netting and then I kind of proceeded to tighten up the stitching so that all the foil was covered. So that's what we're going to do. So you can let your rivoli go for now. And I'm going to do groups of 3. Beads everywhere. Here we go. One, 2, 3. Skip. Or, I lied, sorry. Go through your group of 2 like this, so that we're properly in position for the bottom side. Alright, now you can go ahead and grab 3. Skip over these 2 and go through these 2 beads. Like that. Skip the group of 2, go through the next after adding your 3 beads. Three. Okay, and once you've made it around, then you can step up step up into these first group of 3 that you started with. And we're already getting a cup. And it looks like I did another round of 3. And then we start closing in. So, we start closing in. Okay. So I'm just going to go around and add the groups of 3 the same way I did here. The only difference being you're adding 3 and then going into the middle bead of your next group. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my second group of 3 added on here. And now I'm going to add in my crystal. Oh, I see I've already pulled too tight. Well, we'll go backwards. There we go. But don't pull too hard, because your crystal will come out. There. So that's what I did, was I went another groups of 3 around for a third time. And then I could start adding 1s because of the slope. Now, let's add 1. Stepping up. Okay, now we're going to add 1 between. Now we have some kind of up beads that are easier to identify. So 1 between each of these. Stepping up like that. Fighting with this rivoli. There. So we should only need 1 round probably because there's only a little bit left poking out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through this bead without adding beads. Here, why don't I get closer for you? Gonna focus or not? One, then go through 2 beads And one more. And that should close things off. Alright, so I've woven my working thread around to the front, and I still have this long tail, and what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to thread it on another needle, and I'm going to use it instead of just being annoyed with it like most people get. So I'm going to weave it as well to the front. Okay. Now I'm going to go through all of my bicones. Maybe. And I'm just doing this to tighten everything up around the lip of the rivoli. Okay, and when I get back, then we will start adding our outer embellishing on this, and then we'll be ready to move on to our next element, which is our cabochon. So that's the plan, Stan. Hope to see you there. See you shortly. Okay, here we have the really cool, it looks pretty already on its own, but statement earrings require lots and lots of statement. So here's what we do. I've gone around, just so you know, just so we can have a refresher, I just went around and around and around and around and around and filled these beads as much as I could with my tail, so that it tightened everything up and it won't, the thread will not come undone or anything. So now I've got my working thread, and I'm going to come up through one of these right angle units, and I'm going to pick up one delica, one of these 4mm, and another delica, and I'm going to go through the next ones in the same direction, and that's going to give you that diagonal kind of setting. You'll see it once we get going a little more. So bead and your bicone and your bead, and go up through here. See? And that's how it's done. Sometimes the simplest things are look the most impressive. Whoops. There. So you just do that all the way around until you're done. And then your rivoli component of the earring is completed. There. So I'm going to do that, and then we will get started on our square cabochon. So I'll be right back. Okay, the rivoli is all done. Here it is. It looks really cool. I am waiting on an order of posts, ear posts, and I'm totally going to make a pair that are for just ear posts, because they would be really pretty on their own. Anyway, on with the show. So, I've left my working thread long, and I've just took my needle off, because it's always good to have extra thread. To do your square cabochon like this, you're going to be doing kind of like a modified shaped peyote. So grab 4 beads, go through them to make a circle. Go through a couple. There. And right now, all we're doing is making square shaped peyote. So I'm adding a bead between the beads. I will leave a link to where I got my square cabs from. I have a whole bunch of them, and they're so nice to work with. I love them. Alright, so then you step up once you have a little square like this.